Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of TCR Trinity Competitive Racing. It is Tuesday night, which means we are back here with the Silver Class. That is Season 11, round number 9. And as you might notice, we are not on track yet. We're still here in the lobby. We are having a different format for our Silver Class tonight and also for Golden tomorrow night. Two feature races. So different than the typical 50% race. It's going to be two 25% races, but it starts off with a one-shot qualifying session to set the grid for a five-lapper, just a five-lap sprint. And the results of the five-lap sprint will then set the grid for a 25% race where we're going to award half points, the normal amount per race, and then we'll go back to the lobby and do it all again. So that's the format for tonight. It's a one-shot, five-lapper, 25% race, half points. Sure to be a lot of action tonight. As always, I am 007 professional. Sorry, I can't talk. And alongside me is Chatty Duck. So welcome, Chatty, to the box. And I think we're in for quite a different string of races tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, hey everyone. It's going to be very interesting, I think, to see how this different format affects the racing and potentially affects the order. We've got quite used to seeing certain drivers being up at the front, and I just wonder if with the five lappers organising the grid for the races, whether we'll see something a bit different tonight, and it may even give us a bit of a sneak preview of what the sprint qualifying in real F1 later this year is going to be like as well. But it's great as well. This is the first time I think that TCR has done this kind of feature race for Silver. Golden Class tomorrow will be doing something similar, as well as Platinum, obviously on Thursday with the TCR Grand Prix.
Yeah, it's going to be the same format for tomorrow, but yeah, I think it's going to give us a sneak peek for what's going to happen on Thursday for Platinum Class. And off the drivers go for their one lap, their one-shot qualifying. So we'll get to see. I mean, this is just kind of a chance to see who's, I guess, stronger in certain parts of the track. And we see everybody's names just kind of bouncing around on their relative delta, or their live delta actually, to each other. So this track does feature 15 turns. We are on regular corner cutting tonight. So drivers will have to keep their car on the curbs, at least one wheel within, on the yellow and white curbs, I believe it is, not the red and white curbs. And again, two 25% race distances, so 18 laps each race. The track is 4.3 kilometers in length, 2.6 miles, and most of our drivers are now rounding off the last corner to finish their one lap in qualifying. Looks like Sir Charles is currently in lead, about to pull off a pole position for the 5-lap sprint. Looks like he does with a 107.1, so pretty fast lap times.
Yeah, and we see a few guys at the back. Juan has done a 1 minute 15 there, and that's part of the challenge of one shot, is that you have only got that one chance, and that pressure can affect some of the drivers. Especially if it was on strict corner cutting. With regular, it's a little bit easier, but still interesting to see a little bit of a different grid.
Yeah, it's all or nothing pretty much. You got to just throw it in the corners and hope it sticks. So we got Sir Charles starting in first position for the 5-lap sprint coming up. Crooner and Bamboo, the Renault teammates, starting P2 and P3 respectively. Winter Drink, P4. Broomhandle with a good qualifying. Rockstar, Got New Weave, Fire Up Flow, the two AlphaTauri guys. And then El Capitan and the Yuppie, who is reserving for tonight, so pulling off a good result in top 10. Let's see if he can keep it for the sprint race. Yeah, so damage is still enabled, Chatty, for this. So we'll see if anybody gets their elbows out on this, or is going to be patient. It's going to be interesting to see how they use their ERS, if they're going to save it for that last lap, for that long kind of multi-apex front straight. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, and also worth mentioning that there's no points awarded for the heat race results. It's purely to determine the grid for the 25% race, and then the points come from both of those 25% races. So I wonder as well how that might make drivers change their style.
Race and drive,
Whether
yeah.
I wonder if it will make them more aggressive even because in the sprint race you've got less to lose in a sense because there's no points available, and I don't know. It's just going to be very interesting, I think, to see how this plays out.
I think if I was on the grid, I would be pretty aggressive on these 5-lap sprints to start as high as I can for the real 25%er. But it's lights out and away we go. And actually the cars go this time. We're not used to this. But it looks like Sir Charles got a pretty good start. Krooner looking down his inside. But Wiener Drink is going to be the big winner in this. Bamboo got a terrible start already down to P6. And there's a huge crash in the back, and there involves a Ferrari, and Bamboo's out of the race already. So at least,
Yeah,
I mean, sorry, go ahead. And there's another contact in the back, and oh god, this is a 5-lap sprint, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it was interesting to see how people approached that first corner. People like Blin took that very steadily and then benefited from the crash, which involved Bamboo and El Capitan in that first corner. Bamboo obviously out and Capitan down near the back, and now Blin looking at the yuppie in the Haas. Just backing out of that move, but Blin almost up into the top 10.
Yeah, what a crazy hectic start. I'm just trying to keep up with everything. There's cars going side by side, and a Red Bull of Blin who's getting pretty close to Yuppie. I don't think there's any contact. If there was, it was very minor. But lots of things happening. It's already almost on lap 2 of this 5-lap sprint, and cars going off the grass, or onto the grass. I think that was fire up flow. But so far, Sir Charles keeps his position from the start of the race. Krooner in P2. Wiener Drink now just gets past Broomhandle, going side by side into turn 1 through the Senna S's. But if this is Andy, oh, and there's, who is that going just completely wide and off the track? There's fire up flow. Where's he gone?
He just went wide at turn 1. I think he outbroke himself into there and just used the runoff on the outside to get back to the track, but it's lost him 3 positions as a result.
Yeah, I'm watching Blin and the Yuppie still going side by side, and really good racing for those two. They'll be wanting to work together. I mean, it's for the last, well, not even for the last point, because there's no points in this race. But yeah, they'll want to be starting as high as possible for the 25% race coming up. Another thing to note also, the drivers can choose whatever setup they want to for the 25% race. And they can all start on fresh tires, so there won't be any alternate strategy or anything like that. Be a shorter race distance as well.
Yeah, and at this stage, I think up at the front, there's small gaps, less than a second, but big enough that no one's really going to be attacking anyone else. Meanwhile, the battle for 7th, Gottney Weeb's just overtaken Juan, although Juan has stuck with it into turn 2, and these two are going side by side with fire upflow trying to make it 3 wide on this straight, and there's no space there at all. Oh my goodness,
this is a win.
Tauri's making contact as well.
Yeah, that's that was quite close from fire flow, and almost loses the rear end going through turn 4, I believe. But I don't really know. And then Blin Machine goes around the outside of fire flow, so that wing damage is hurting him, and he's probably thinking twice about that. He'll be dropping positions the next 2.5 laps. Yeah, pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah, there's really been no quarter given in any of these battles so far, as we've got Tafour spinning in the middle sector.
Oof. So looking back to the start of the race, do you know exactly what happened to Bamboo and El Capitan, who kind of ran into who? You might have said it, but I missed it.
I just saw it. I was on board with someone who was at the back. I can't remember quite who it was, but I just saw them kind of spinning around in unison, so hard to tell really if there was anyone was at fault for that or if it's a racing incident, but I'm sure that we will find out in due course more about that one.
Sure.
But that's going to make it very interesting to see Bamboo starting from last place for a 25%er, where he can't really have a tyre advantage in as much as you'd be trying a 1-stop when other people are going for 2. He's just got to blitz the race and overtake as many cars as possible.
Yeah, so that advantage that he could have had is now lost. But and other drivers might be thinking, "Oh man, Bamboo's starting from last. Let's see what he can do." I know if A few drivers have wanted to, or have asked Bamboo to see if he can start from the back of the grid, do like a last to first challenge once he wins the championship, which is coming either this race or next race, and that'll be something to talk about a little bit later. I did the points, Chatty, a little bit earlier, just did a little bit of math, and my math wasn't too good in high school, but I figured it'd be okay for the silver championship. But it seems like Bamboo might actually clinch the championship tonight if things go his way.
Well, that'll certainly be something to keep an eye on later. Things are actually getting quite interesting here up at the front because the room handle's just moved up into third, and you've also got Sir Charles and Kroon separated by a few tenths of a second, and Kroon is going to have DRS on the home straight. He might have a chance, although Sir Charles gets a good exit from that corner. But Kroon might be in with a chance to maybe pip him at the line.
I think Kroon might. Let's see how much ERS he has. Kroon has about 10%. I mean, it's about empty right now. Sir Charles has, well, it's about empty right now too. But Sir Charles is going to hold this to win the first 5-lap sprint, and we'll start the first feature race, the first 25% feature race from P1. Kroon is going to start right behind him in P2. Broomhandle finishes P3. Wiener Drink and
Juan and
Rockstar.
Gotney Weeb side by side over the line. Gotney Weeb overtakes Juan
Nice.
on the pit straight.
Oh, shame I missed that. I think I got there right in time, but yeah, I should have been on that. But yeah, there's the grid set. I think Tafor and Mako just still have to cross the line. But this sets the grid for the first 25% feature race. And I wonder if anybody's going to start on the alternate tire, like the medium tire, for that, and see if they can maybe pick up the advantage towards the end of the race.
Yeah, well, that's interesting as well, actually, because obviously there's no rule here to say, or is there? I don't know. Is there a rule to say that if you're on in the top 10, you have to start on the same compound that you finished the sprint race on?
No, they can start on whatever. It's a fresh slate, so they can upload whatever setup and adjust any setup they want to. They can choose whatever tires they want to start on and adjust fuel and all that. Since we do have to return to the lobby and then set the grid and go back, so it's a clean slate.
Yeah. So for the guys at the back, they don't have an advantage there either, really.
No, not really.
There's some tracks where it would be an advantage to have fresh tyres compared to the used sets that the top 10 would have to use. No option for that here, so it's going to make it even more interesting in the race to see how Bamboo can do coming from the back.
Absolutely, and he doesn't have much time to come from the back, you know? So I'm pretty excited to see this. I think it's going to go by a lot quicker than we think it is.
Yeah, definitely.
And hopefully I can get the grid set quickly so that we can enjoy this race and then move on to the second round of qualifying and feature races and all that stuff.
Yep. Well, I've got photos of the grid, so
excellent.
That's all covered. Although I guess actually as well, when we go back to the lobby, it will show us should show us the order, at least for the point scorers. Anyway.
Maybe.
No, it hasn't.
It hasn't, no. That is quite strange. Alright, so don't spectate, and this is where I get a little lost, and everybody watching can see me completely mess up this grid editor. How do I do this? Race distance.
Well, this is definitely something different to what people are used to seeing.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, whenever you're ready with the players, go for it.
Yep. So we have got Sir Charles on pole position.
Wait, 1 second. Move player up. Okay, next.
P2 is Crooner.
Okay.
Broomhandle in third.
Okay.
Wiener Drank in fourth.
Okay.
Rockstar in fifth.
All right.
SX in 6th place.
Okay.
Blin in P7.
Okay.
Got any Weeb in 8th place.
All right. You can do the next 3 or 4. I'll remember.
Okay, so it's Juan, Fire Up Flow, and the Yoppie, 9th to 11th.
Okay.
Capitan, Nico John, and Tafor down to 14th place.
Okay.
And then you got Mako and Bamboo at the back of the grid.
Sweet. Got it. Confirm changes. Yes. 25% custom grid official. All right, let's go. So for anybody that was watching that actually went quite smoothly. But now we're on for 25% race and for half points. So yeah, if I had to bet on it, Bamboo I would say would put on the medium tire and then pit a bit later and put on the soft tire at the end. I think that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, I think that would be the optimum strategy for a lot of these drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Unless maybe someone at the front thinks that they can pull out a good gap on the softs at the start of the race and then switch to the mediums later on.
You know, this is very much like F2, how they do their feature in their sprint races. I mean, it's not like exactly how they do it, but it's similar too. With a, you know, they have to use both compounds, and some drivers,
Yeah.
you know, put on the harder compound first, and the softer compound dies away. You know, I think it's gonna be interesting, especially a track like Brazil where it offers a lot of overtaking opportunities, and it's a good fun track. I'm really, really bad at it though.
Yeah, it's a good. I mean, it's obviously a great track generally for racing on, but I don't know. It's just one of those tracks where you look at some of the quickest times, like on the time trial leaderboard, for example, and you just think, I have no idea how people are going that quick.
Yeah.
Like, where are they finding the grip? I have no idea.
Or if you feel like you put in a amazing stellar lap and you look at the times and you're about 1 second off the, you know, the world record, and you're just thinking, how how can that person even find the time, you know?
Yeah.
Crazy how that works.
But I think that we are definitely going to see the TCR lap record being broken well, certainly tonight, and then probably again tomorrow and on Thursday, because the lap record here is a 1 minute 9.453 in TCR, set by Lopez Matias back in season 7. But certainly with the grip and downforce on this game, we could well be seeing a time in the 108s in this race.
Yeah, I thought they would have maybe set a new TCR lap record last season, season 10 or season 9 even. Interesting.
Well, season 10 we didn't race here.
Oh.
And season 9, I don't know.
Oh, maybe. Here we go. Sorry. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Wow, that was quick. And we are about to be off, and lights out, and away we go. And it is Sir Charles leading the grid away with Kruner right now behind him. And Sir Charles going into turn 1 in P1. There's a McLaren and Broomhandle trying to go 3 wide with other cars, and there's a Force India, or who is that? Somebody.
There's a Haas, Nico John just spinning at the back. Oh, and
yeah.
Blin's gone off as well. Chaos already.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's so much happening 3 wide into turn 2 through the Sen S's, and I think they've all kind of settled down now, and it looks like Nip Stevens trying to go down the inside of Rockstar now. So, God, forces his way through, and I don't think Rockstar was going to really fight him that much, knowing how aggressive Nip Steven is. So
I was on board with Bamboo for that start, and he was quite conservative going into turn 1, and then Nico John in the Haas span even before the corner and just blocked Bamboo pretty much. So an unfortunate start for Bamboo in both races that we've seen so far.
Did Bamboo get any wing damage?
No, I think he's okay. I think he's alright. I think he managed to get away without many problems. Just slowed him down a lot, and he's actually done pretty well since then. Made up 4 places so far in the race.
Oh, Mako going really, really deep into turn 1 and kind of deflects off of Juan, but Mako makes the move. And looks like there's already some people pitting. That seems to be a Williams, a Wiener Drink, and to 4. I don't know if wing damage. It must be if they're already pitting on lap 1. I would assume they would put on the hard tire as well, and still too wide down to turn 3 or 4, I think. Fire flow gets extremely loose and saves the car. It now has pressure from El Capitan right behind him, who's going to attempt to fly around the outside. And on the medium tires as well, so El Capitan has a lot of grip on that Ferrari. And again, great racing by these two, still side by side through sector 2. And looks like Bamboo is creeping up on this pair that's battling. And there's a racing point. Juan goes off the track for some reason. I think he just took his eyes off the track for something. Bamboo might be able to make a double or triple overtake into turn 1. See how much ERS he has. DRS has not been enabled yet.
He's got about 60% compared to Capitan on 35 as he's getting past
close.
Juan. No, he's not getting past Juan. He's running wide. And that's put him right into the path of Bamboo.
I want to say that 101 goes. Is he just glitching, or is this me, or are you seeing this?
Well, I was looking at the Yuppie making contact with Bamboo and going onto the curb on the inside, so I was seeing something else entirely.
I think that's what I saw. I just misjudged the cars or whatever. Yeah, it's just weird. Yeah, so far so good at the front though. Sir Charles seems to be holding the gap to Crooner. Wouldn't that be something if a reserve won one of the races today? So.
Well, we've talked before about Sir Charles and how impressive he's been lately.
Yeah.
And Crooner as well, the man who before Russia had never been on the podium before.
And he might be on the podium again.
Yeah.
So it seems like the gaps have kind of stabilized a little bit. So it looks like the top 8 are on the soft tire. Looks like Juan and El Capitan, though, are on the medium tire. So they might already have an advantage going long and, having the pace at the end of the race.
Well, for the moment, Capitan is losing 10th place to Bamboo. Bamboo used DRS and got around the outside of the Ferrari, going into Desiga de Largo, if I'm going to try and pronounce these actual corner names.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bamboo up into 10th, and next up is Juan, who's also on the medium, so Bamboo may have a speed advantage over the Racing Point as well.
It seems like there's quite a big speed advantage between the two tires. It just seems like Fire Flow and Bamboo have just kind of been making their way through. But yeah, the medium tire runners' time will come. I'm predicting they pit around, I don't know, lap 11 maybe?
Yeah, possibly even earlier than that. I think in a 25% race, the soft tires are good for half of the race distance, possibly even a little more than that. You may even see people on the mediums pit 8 and do 10 laps on the softs.
Wow.
Because I think they are quite durable on this track.
Nice little battle going on between Gatney Weeb, Rockstar, and Mako. Mako really closing up on Rockstar. And Mako's been putting in some good performances ever since he joined TCR. I remember his first race, his first reserve race, beginning of the season. But every race he seems to just be putting the car in the right places and just be having some decent runs. So hopefully he will join the TCR squad next season and become a full-time driver.
Yeah, and he's very racy, I'd say. He loves going wheel to wheel with other drivers, and he's about to put a move up the inside of Rockstar going into the center S's. So yeah, Mako up into sixth place now, as Bamboo is in the pits from 10th, I think he was, and yeah, so quite an early stop actually for the mediums.
That is. Maybe he just wanted to get out of traffic. I don't know what type of traffic he was in, but maybe that's a reason.
Yeah, I think he was coming up to the back of Fire Up Flow and Juan. So that could, yeah, you could well be right there that it was to do with the traffic. As Fire Up Flow, despite being on the quicker tyre, looks to be holding up the Racing Point quite a bit at the moment.
Juan's got some good pace overall this whole season, and I think did he pick up a podium earlier? No, shame I can't remember, but or not a podium, but I think it was a P4 or P5 early in the season. But putting in some good performances compared to last season. Last season was his first in TCR, of course, and we hope he joins us again next season for season 12. Fire Up Flow into the pits now. We'll put on the medium tire, and that'll elevate a few others. Looks like Nip Steven and Karun are into the pits as well.
Rockstar and Mako are still battling, now over 4th place. I think Rockstar was able to get back in front down the main pit straight, but then Mako had DRS again between turns 3 and 4 to claim that position. So Ferrari and the Williams having a pretty exciting exchange at this early point. They're both on soft tyres, so it's a well-matched battle in that sense. Now it looks as though Mako's managed to actually pull a gap to clear the Williams.
I wonder if Rockstar might, or both of them might, but I wonder if Rockstar's going to pit this lap and put on those medium tires. I think his soft tires maybe run his due course. See what he does. Looks like the Ferrari might be pitting, actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
Mako's in.
Williams is going to stay out for another lap or two, and Mercedes is around. I think that's Nip Steven. Yes, it is. He's around at the final corner. I think he may have gotten on the grass or just a lack of traction. So he's dropped a few places, and yep, he is also into the pits as well. Our other reserve tonight, Nico John, our third reserve. So both reserves, fancy that, are in the Haas.
Well, there's one reserve driver in the real life Haas at the moment, but let's not get into that. Nip Steven now on the back of Nico John. Speaking of Haas cars,
God, that's close.
Nico John is low on ERS, so
Goodness.
Nip Steven just flies up the inside.
Done and dusted. So that's a move by Nip Steven, or STX. We're halfway through. It's flying by. We're already halfway through. Lap 9 out of 18, Broomhandle, she said, into the pits, putting on the medium tire. He's having a fantastic race. He was running up a solid P2 before he went into the pits. Sir Charles looks to be pitting next lap, along with Gottney Weeb and Rockstar. But Broomhandle might pick up a podium tonight, or two.
Yeah, I think in the terms of new drivers this season, Broomhandle would have a strong case for being the best sort of newcomer in the Silver class, because he's had a couple of podiums and been very consistent throughout in the 8 races that we've had so far, and this is another strong showing from the McLaren driver, as he's just behind Krooner in the Renault, so he is definitely on course for possibly a podium in this race.
Yeah, I think so. He seems to have slightly better pace than Krooner. He's catching him through this second sector. Either that or just a slightly different setup. But yeah, I think Broomhandle definitely is on my radar for Rookie of the Year, or Rookie of the Season. Looks like there's a Mercedes and an Alpha Tauri in the pits. Gottney Weeb and Sir Charles, so the leaders. See there where they come out in relation to. Wait a second. Did Broomhandle just jump? Sir Charles? No. No, he didn't.
No, no. So Charles is in fourth place.
Gotcha.
So he's behind Capitan, Juan,
And in
and
front of
Rockstar,
Critter.
who are yet to pit. And yeah,
Gotcha,
so
gotcha.
fourth to sixth is essentially first to third at the moment, given the nature of the pit stops. And further down, Bamboo is up in 10th place, 2/10 ahead of Fire Upflow. Fire Upflow on the hard tyres, a compound I did not expect to be seeing in this race. But
Yeah, same here. I wonder why he did that, because he didn't pit early. He only has 2 laps on those hard tires.
yeah, I don't know. It's
Maybe a mistake or a glitch.
perhaps.
He has
But he's going to have.
DRS.
Sorry, you go.
Yeah, so no,
Yeah.
you're good. Yeah, he's gonna have DRS on Bamboo, which will get him closer for that run down to turn 4. Going through the Senna S's now.
And Rockstar's just pitted and cut in front of this battle about 3 seconds clear. So it's not really worked out that well for Bamboo up to this point. I mean, we've only got 7 or 8 laps remaining in this race, and he's just about got himself up into the points, and is really going to have to show some hot pace to get up any positions at all, really.
Yeah, he's not really getting a lot of points as it stands right now. I wonder if it's maybe the track characteristics. It's a shorter track, so the times will be a lot closer, kind of like Austria. You know, the pace from all the drivers is a lot closer, so he's not able to make a huge difference. 25% race as well, so maybe those factors are affecting Bamboo to not make up those positions as he had hoped. Capitan in the pits, so Bamboo might, yes he is, will gain another position, so P9 for Bamboo with Fireflow right behind him. Fireflow is keeping up pace on those harder tires. I did not expect that. So yeah, shout out to him.
Broom Handler's got in front of Crooner somewhere. You missed that one, but
I've been on board with
guess it
him.
was-
I just was looking at the deltas and I just realized as
okay.
he said it.
So I guess that would have been a regulation DRS overtake for
I think
Broom
so.
Handler into turn 1 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, Broom Handle, we were just saying how strong he's been doing, and now he's in because Juan surely has to make a pit stop.
He is, I think, right now. Yeah.
Yeah, there he goes.
So this now releases Sir Charles, who is only 2 seconds or so in front of Broomhandle. Broomhandle now only 1.9. So I'll watch the delta and see if the McLaren driver can close the gap to Sir Charles and maybe mount an attack. But he's also got to watch behind him because Crooner is still in his DRS. And yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, what's happening to Bamboo? Bamboo is. What's
I think
happening?
that's just where
Fireflow.
people are pitting.
He's right beside Bamboo. Look at this.
Oh,
Is he gonna?
he backs out of it.
I thought he was gonna send it.
Yeah, me too. And then he lifted off the throttle into turn 4. So I think.
Look
Not
at Juan.
sure.
Right behind him has soft tires on. Sorry, I had to get that in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a huge advantage now for him. Certainly on fire upflow, and
He's gonna.
Andrew may be struggling as well.
Oh. Yeah, I think this Racing Point's gonna be able to get both of them. He has a lot of pace. Rightly so too.
Fire upflow going a bit wide there. This is surely, although he has to back off a little bit, he was kind of boxed in between fire upflow's rear and the wall on the side, but now with the DRS, he's got a car length in front, although he brakes very late into turn 1.
That is really, really late. It's gonna give a great run to Fire Upflow too.
And this battle is kind of helping Bamboo to pull away a little bit, although Juan did get DRS on that back straight, and now he's closing up so quickly. My goodness, the grip he must have on those soft tyres.
Yeah, it must be great to drive on and just feel like a king around all these other drivers on hard tires and medium tires. And yeah, Juan must be having a field day right now with those. So Bamboo's going to be driving for his life. There's 4 laps remaining. I don't think Bamboo can hold him, but you never know. Never say never. This should be pretty easy for Juan.
And Bamboo isn't using... Oh, he is using a little bit of his overtake now, and it's keeping him alongside with the inside line into turn 1. So this is not a done deal for Juan, and yeah, Bamboo holds on.
That's surprising.
He'll have another crack at it on this second straight, but yeah, Bamboo got a really good exit actually off the center S's in turn 3. So he holds on to 8th position.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I'm very impressed by Bamboo on older tires, worse tires because they're mediums compared to softs, and he's pretty much showing why he's currently sitting in first place in the Drivers' Championship, why he won last season too, why he's competing at the Friend and Platinum class. I mean, he's being very strategic with his ERS, with his braking, with his acceleration, just putting his car in all the right places. I mean, eventually I think Juan's going to get past, but Bamboo doing a good job to just prolong that situation. And there's no way Bamboo can hold him right now. I mean, Juan's going to get past, right? Do you think?
I think so. Bamboo's waiting till quite late on to sort of use his overtake button on the straight, which worked for him last lap, but not so much this time because Juan is in front. But now Bamboo's going to try and come right back at him using his overtake button and DRS, and yeah, he's going to hold it again.
That is incredible. Absolutely
a little bit wide
incredible.
on the exit.
Yeah.
And this once again shows what we've talked about with Bamboo all season long. He is a smart driver. He's a tactician. He knows what to do at all times to get the best out of his performance. Not, beyond his ability with the wheel and the pedals. It's about, calculating things properly and making sure that you're in the right place at the right time. And in Silver Class, at least, there's no one better at that than Bamboo.
I think you could replace Bamboo with Lewis Hamilton. I think that would describe Bamboo and Lewis perfectly, with managing the tires and putting the car in the right place at the right time, and just being like a tactician, being very smart about it. And again, Bamboo just putting on the DRS as late, or the ERS as late as possible, and just being strategic in that sense, and it's playing a huge benefit to him. And Fireflow is just waiting behind, maybe waiting for a mistake, and he's only got a lap and a half to do it though. And look at Bamboo, just down the inside again.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Oh, there's a T4's around. T4,
oh.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, staying out of the way of the drivers.
So now if you're Juan, you've got to start thinking outside of the box a bit here. Think about what you could do differently in these final 2 laps to try and make this move actually stick, because down into turn 1 is not really working.
No, last lap too. I've been watching the gap at the front. It's now 4.5 between Sir Charles and Broomhandle. Oh, and that's exactly what Juan needed, a really bad exit from Bamboo. And I think Juan is still going to get ERS, or DRS, sorry. I don't know the difference. Yeah. Oh, no, Bamboo gets DRS, and Juan was really squeezing him towards the inside, doing pretty much a Schumacher on Barrichello from Hungary from years ago, 2011, I believe it was, or 2010. And now Bamboo's going to be the one having to defend against Juan into turn 4. And this is the final lap. We got to be careful and make sure we catch Sir Charles across the line.
Yeah, he's not far away, and Nip Steven has got ahead of Mako as well for 5th place.
Yep.
Although Steven has a penalty, so he'll lose that, unfortunately.
Looks like Bamboo is still holding in front. And Sir Charles, oh, Mako's back in front. Oh, this is side by side between Mako and Nib Steven. And look at that, Sir Charles crosses the line, P1 for the first win of the 225% races. Broomhandle P2, Crooner P3. Looks like Mako's going to hold on for P5. Got Weeb crosses the line in front of him in P4. Nib Steven does have a penalty. And then Rockstar P6, Nib Steven all the way down in P7. Wow, that was awesome. One does not quite get Bamboo, so Bamboo does hold on barely to P8. Wonderful driving, that's amazing.
Yeah, great defensive work from Bamboo. For most of that stint on the medium tyres, he was driving exceptionally well to hold off the racing point on the superior soft tyres.
Yeah, that's definitely a statement from Bamboo to finish like that and to, you know, hold off and to attack with those old tires. All right, so now we do that all again. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay. All right.
So, just quickly to mention about the Drivers' Championship, because obviously Bamboo can get things wrapped up today. Before these races tonight, he had an 86-point advantage over Fire Up Flow in second. So Fire Up Flow would need to close that gap by 8 points. Actually 9 points, I think, to stand any chance of overturning that. Yeah, I think it's obviously pretty much a certainty that Bamboo is going to win this championship. It's just a case of when it becomes mathematical certainty. I don't think this result secures it just yet for him, but I believe that after the second race, as long as he has a reasonable performance and keeps Fire Up Flow and Gotney Weeb, actually both AlphaTauris, relatively close to him, then he should have it sewn up by the end of this evening.
Yeah, I think so too. I think if Fire Up Flow really wanted to extend, you know, not have Bamboo win tonight, I think he would have had to finish as high as possible tonight, and Bamboo finish kind of where he was. But unfortunately, Fire Up Flow did not make advantage of that, or take advantage of that. So yeah, it seems like Bamboo's going to be a. I mean, I don't want to speak too soon. I'm not going to commentator curse him, so I'm not going to say anything. But all right, so now you all get to watch me butcher the settings again. Let's see what we got. So we have a one-shot qualifying into a 5-lap race, and I think we're good to go.
Yep, looks good. Interesting as well, just to mention, that's ended a bit of a streak for Bamboo. He'd won the last 4 races in a row at Belgium, Great Britain, Azerbaijan, and Russia. And he'd also been on a streak of 7 successive podiums, stretching back to round 2 in the French Grand Prix. And that's all been broken by his 8th position in that race, although he has still been in the points in every race so far this season.
Wow, yeah, so quite a different result for Bamboo. He's not used to being off the podium, is he?
No.
I gotta spectate, or I'm gonna be racing. What if that actually happened? What if I forgot to press spectator and 007 professional raced as a reserve driver?
Well, I remember watching a few years ago old stream. Well, they weren't old at the time; they were live. But old streams from like AOR and other leagues where back in the day on F1 games where you didn't have a spectator mode, so the commentators would literally have to be a car in the race, start at the back, retire immediately once the lights went
Oh,
out,
yes,
and
I
then
do
like
remember
hop
that.
in. Yeah,
And then, like, what, just hop into a spectator because they had to retire from the race. I do remember that because I did, you know, and I did. You might have actually watched me. I did race in AOR back in the day when I was a wee bit younger, and I do remember like two drivers in the back every single time having to just pull off to the side and just retire from the session just to be able to commentate and to spectate. It was quite funny.
yeah. And I think that they only had onboard cameras as well once you retired from the race. So you
Oh
retired and
dear.
then you could sit on board with any of the other drivers, but they didn't have, TV broadcast style camera angles and stuff. So things have moved on quite a bit since then, it's safe to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. When did they introduce the TV broadcast angle?
I'm going to say 2015 or 2016.
Hmm.
So around the time when they started making F1 games for PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah, that seems logical. That jump from PS3 to PS4 or Xbox something to the other Xbox something. Anyway, we are on for another round of one-shot qualifying here in Brazil for round 9 of season 11. I forgot what season we're in for a second with the silver class. Tonight, again, if you're just joining us, we have 2 feature races, and each race has a one-shot qualifying to set the grid for a 5-lap race, which the results of the 5-lap race will then set the grid for the 25% race, which we will award half points to the top 10 drivers. Um, so what we've seen tonight so far, as we're in the second iteration of this format, is that drivers have been quite aggressive on the 5-lap sprint race that determines the grid for the following 25%er. We've seen a lot of action tonight, some different strategies, even one driver going on the hard tires for the 25% sprint race, which was good to see. But it seems like, oh, look at that, Chatty. Sir Charles and Broomhandle heading it up again. It's like deja
Yeah, and
vu.
Broomhandle was up in second a moment ago, and he's dropped back to fourth. But Sir Charles, he's clearly got this track
Whoa, how close is
secured.
that? It was the names were going back and forth, and Nip Steven, Bamboo, and Broomhandle just trading P2, 3, and 4, and look how close that is.
Wow. And then Crooner as well in fifth, less than a tenth back from all three of them. So really impressive stuff there. And another superb lap from Sir Charles.
Yeah, who actually wasn't that far away this time round from the rest of the grid, only just about a tenth from second place on downwards. Wow, look at that.
Yeah,
Very, very
I
competitive
think
this time round.
yeah, I think Sir Charles did a 1:7.1 in the first race. So a slight improvement from him, and then everyone else maybe having better laps this time and showing their representable pace. But yeah, this could be a very interesting 5 lapper coming up.
You know, I'm getting nervous and yeah, I'm getting nervous for Thursday because we're gonna have something similar to this with the TCR Grand Prix, the 4th iteration of the TCR Grand Prix. Um, yeah, that'll be quite exciting with our one-shot qualifying and those 5-lapper races. That format on Thursday will be slightly different than the silver and golden feature race format. Um, we can discuss that format well, we can do it. I guess we can do it right now as the drivers are getting ready to go. So the format for tomorrow's golden race will be the same as tonight, and the format for the platinum class on Thursday will feature 3 qualifying sessions. Each session, so Q1 is going to be a one-shot qualifying lap followed by a 5-lap heat, which will be points for first, second, and third. The top 15 advance to Q2, P16 to 20, the grid is set. Then in Q2 we have 15 drivers, one-shot lap to determine the grid for the 5-lap heat. The top 10 from the 5-lap heat will advance to Q3, and P11 to 15, the grid is set. And then in Q3 there's a 5-lap heat, and that'll determine the grid for the race. But on backwards to silver, 5 lights, and away we go. two Mercedes start the grid, Sir Charles and Nip Steven, going side by side. Who's going to be braking later? It looks like it is Sir Charles going to stay in first place. On backwards, we do see some position changes. Oh, and there's another person that just crashes out, and that's Blinn. Same thing as what Nico John did that first time last race on lap or turn 2. So shame that Blinn Machine had to completely just eat the wall there. Really, really close, driving though between everybody else in the midfield towards the front. Looks like Broom Handle is going side by side and on the grass even next to Crooner, and is losing position to Wiener Drink, who takes advantage of that. And Wiener Drink sends it down the inside of Crooner, and it looks like there's contact between the two of them. I'm not sure if there's wing damage, but it looks like it was a last-minute decision by the Williams. And Broom Handle, I'm not sure what's happening. I think he just may have been freaked out by everything that's been going on, so losing another position from the great position he's had starting P2, I believe it was.
Yeah, he might have been 4th between the two Renaults, but yeah, obviously he's dropped back, and it's 2 Mercedes followed by 2 Renaults up at the front, and it looks like he's about to lose another position to Rockstar as well.
Yeah, it's getting a bit crazy down here in the midfield. 2 Ferraris and got a Haas and a Racing Point behind. Only 3 laps to go, 3 and some odd laps to go. And reminder, this is only a race to determine the grid for the second and final 25% race that we'll have here in a few minutes' time. So drivers will be a bit more aggressive on this little sprint race. I know I would be, and I will be on Thursday.
Yeah, we've got to get in amongst it, get our elbows out. Certainly looks to be the tactic here. Rockstar and Broomhandle still squabbling over 7th and 8th. Rockstar getting quite defensive going into the last real corner of the track before this long straight with multiple apexes going round to the left-hand side. And they're side by side, and Gottny Weeb is trying to get involved with this battle as well, as DRS is enabled on the 3rd lap here, and Rockstar holds it around the outside of Broomhandle in the center S's.
That was fantastic. Broomhandle wanting to come back though at Rockstar with DRS, and looks like El Capitan going down the inside of Gottny Weeb, I think. So battles just going on everywhere. It's too much for us to keep up with, honestly. Really, really good stuff. Can he do it?
Yeah,
he's holding it around the outside. Broomhandle is, and he just loses out on the braking. But he's going to have the inside for this corner. And of course, you know me, whatever turn it is. Don't have my map in front of me. Have to look over my shoulder for that. But this is just allowing a huge train behind these two, behind P7 and P8. And still going side by side. They've been side by side since turn 2 or turn 3, right?
Yeah.
And now finally single file.
I think they're about to do it all over again though, because Rockstar will have DRS. Capitan has DRS as well. He might get involved in this battle as well. Gottny Weeb's probably a little bit too far back, but here comes Rockstar on the inside, and not quite alongside Broomhandle. That's not the line you take through that corner, Broomhandle.
No, not quite. It's the Broomhandle. It's the Broom line. Yeah, Ferrari's going which way? They don't know what way they're going, trying to get around all the cars here. Yeah, this is pretty strategic. Oh god, the 2 Ferraris going side by side, just about.
And look at Gottny Weeb now past Broom, but Broom comes back on the inside. So Broomhandle's had a lot of action here, but unfortunately he's lost a lot of positions.
That's okay, this is brilliant stuff, all this fighting and battling, and it's allowing Rockstar to get away just a little bit with these guys fighting behind him. And here we go again, Drag Race 2, Turn 1. Looks like Blinn Machine has DNF, he's retired in the pit lane. So, shame to see he'll be starting last for the second feature race.
Oh, and Mako, where did Mako come from?
Wait, where did Mako come from? Wait, I thought that was Gottny Weeb. Where did Gottny... Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a double take there, and then right as I was about to say, oh, and then there's contact between just everybody is making contact. It's just wonderful racing. Jesus.
Got any weeb getting very sideways there. Juana's got through. El Capitan is right behind him. But things have settled down a bit ahead. And it's actually quite a close battle between Karuna, Winnerdrank, and
It is.
Fire Upflow. But I think, well, Winnerdrank possibly with the DRS could gain a position here coming up to the line.
He could. I'm keeping an eye on that, so thank you for reminding me. But this battle here is just so close and so tight. They spread out just a little bit, though, compared to the last 2 laps. Looks like Bamboo, though, has a run on Nip Steven.
It doesn't matter because the race is done for them at the front.
Oh, yeah, no, that is true. Sorry, this has just been so fast, so intriguing. Yeah, this has been fantastic.
Yeah,
I love this.
There is too much going on.
Yeah. Alright, well, that was that. And we now make sure we take a picture of the results because we got to set the grid, right?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Action-packed tonight, y'all. Action-packed.
I wonder if, because I've noticed in both of those 5-lappers that the battling was all going on in the midfield and towards the back. Up at the front, maybe everyone being a bit more cautious and not wanting to, you know, have some kind of accident.
Where's
with
the fun in
another
that,
driver. I know. I know. Maybe there should have been some points up for grabs to
I
give
think
them
so.
something more
Yeah.
to fight for.
I think the 5-lappers maybe needed maybe points for the top 3 finishing positions or something.
Yeah.
Or even a point for fastest lap or that. All right, picture time. So Sir Charles finishes it off with. Did he win the last race too?
Yep.
I think he did. Yeah. So 2 back-to-back first place for the 5-lap sprints, and he also did win the first 25%. So Sir Charles might have a. I mean, I don't want to commentate or curse him, so I'm not going to say anything. But P2 looks like Nip Steve and Bamboo finishing off the top 3. So hopefully he'll have a better start than he did in the first race. And then Kruner getting those 2 Renos up there. Wiener Drink, Fire Flow, Rockstar, Mako, Broomhandle, and Juan. So that'll be your top 10 starting positions. And Balloon Machine will have some work to do. Unfortunately, DNFing. So.
Did he have a first corner crash in the last 5-lapper as well, or was it the 25%er? I'm pretty sure he had some issues in the first time round.
I think it was the 25%er.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do this. You ready?
Yep, so we've got Sir Charles and STX.
Well, I'm not that fast. Hold on 1 second. I'm fast, but I'm not that fast. Or, I'm a professional, but I'm not that good, you know?
Yeah.
No pun intended. Alright, shoot, whenever you're ready. Sir Charles.
Sir Charles and STX front row.
Okay.
Bamboo and Kruner next up.
Said Bamboo, then Kruner.
Yep.
Okay. Next.
Wiener Drank and Fire Up Flow.
Wait a second. Is Sir Charles, then who?
STX.
STX. Okay, then Bamboo, then Kruner.
Yep.
Okay, then.
Wiener Drank and Fire Up Flow.
Okay.
Rockstar and Mako.
Okay.
Broomhandle and Juan.
Okay.
Got any Weeb and Capitan.
Okay.
The Yuppie and Nico John.
Then Tafor and Balloon Machine.
Yep.
Sweet. I think we're good to go.
So this has actually flown by so far, I feel.
I think so too, actually. It's gone by quite quickly.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
we would really be done with everything in about 25-30 minutes or so.
Yeah. But
So
yeah, I think
maybe it's a little
just
bit
the way,
longer,
just
but
shaking up the format a bit has just made it feel a bit quicker, and
it's been entertaining.
absolutely.
Been pretty
And doing the
good.
grids has actually been quite smooth, I feel.
Yeah, everything has been quite smooth tonight.
Pressure's on for the I think it's Seafreeze tomorrow commentating, isn't it? And then Blinn on Thursday.
Good luck to
Pressure on
those
those
guys.
guys
Yeah.
to get it done as easily as we made it look just now.
Exactly. Hey, key word there, made it look. You know, we've made it look easy, but you've heard all the ins and all that stuff. You saw me, not completely butcher the results and all that stuff and getting all the grids set. So I hope I got it right
Yep,
this time. We were kind of chatting a little bit while we were setting the grid, so I hope I got everything correct. But if not,
yep,
well, they'll just have to deal with that,
yep.
No,
It's
we would
organized
fix it.
organized chaos
Yes, that's what
in
we
TCR.
would say. We're about to have some chaos, I bet, into turn 1, 3, or turn 1, 2, 3, and 4. Who do you bet for your top 3 this time round, Chatty?
Well, I'm going to say Sir Charles because he's been excellent so far. Um, Bamboo, because I think that would probably secure him the championship, so he'll be pretty motivated to do that. And let's say Crooner. Crooner's
Nice.
broken the duct. He's got his first podium, and now they're just rolling in for him.
Okay, I'm going to go slightly different. I'll pretty much the same, though. I'm going to go Bamboo, then Sir Charles, and then Crooner. So I think we just
Okay.
switched our P1 and P2s.
Yep.
All right, here we go for the second feature race. And it's lights on, 4 lights, 5 lights. Lights out, and away we go. Looks like Sir Charles did get a good start alongside Nip Steven. And Sir Charles will again take the inside line into turn 1. Looks like they're about 3 or 4 wide behind us, and no one into the barrier in turn 2, so that's good. It looks like a McLaren, though, of Broomhandle getting a terrible start all the way down in P14 at the moment. And a VSC. That's strange. Okay.
I saw some front wing end plate flying off somebody's car. Might be got any weeb, judging by the way he's driving right now. But yeah, I don't see why the VSC is out.
Me too. That start was anticlimactic
Yeah,
because of that.
Gonny Weeb has got end plate damage on the right hand side, so
Yeah.
he will probably have to make a pit stop.
Yeah. Either that or just deal with it until the pit stop. It's only a 25% race, so. It just. Oh, they're back racing again, and it looks like Fire Up flows almost around, and he got hit by, I think it was Mako. Little miscommunication there, and now the two AlphaTauri guys going side by side. Hopefully they don't pull a Ferrari from last season, or yeah, last year in real F1.
So it's those two, the Yuppie and Blinn, and Broomhandle. Broomhandle's down in P14 now.
Crooner's in
So
the
he's
pits,
just... Oh, and he's pitting as well, Broomhandle.
and
Oh,
Mako.
there's a few cars in the pits.
4 cars in the pits. Wow. It seems like there was more wing damage than we saw.
Yeah. Yeah, Mako for a wing change. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously everyone's got to have a changed wing, otherwise they wouldn't come in. But so that's not the start that Crooner was hoping for, or the one that we were predicting for him.
Yeah, and this is kind of taking those 4 drivers out of the race a little bit. I mean, because they're going to be doing a lot of laps on those medium tires. Do they think they're going to really do 16 more laps on those tires? If so, they're going to probably be have some pace issues towards the end. But it seems like we kind of have some 2 races now.
Yeah, and hopefully they can actually get those tyres to the end and they can get back into it a bit later on.
Yeah.
But for the time being, they'll just have to get their head down and try and pump in some quick laps. Speaking of quick laps, Sir Charles, fastest lap, 108.992. And Bamboo's got ahead of Nip Stephen for second.
Yeah, they were going side by side down the front straight. Bamboo did get a good run though and was able to make that move and make that pass. So he'll be looking towards Sir Charles now to catch him up. And Delta now is at 2 seconds, so I'll be watching that. And I think it's going to be coming down. Blue Machine does make a pass on the Yeppy though. So that's another position for Blue Machine. Race going a lot better than it was the first one. He's still in the running. He has not DNF'd yet, which is a good thing. Hope that Blue Machine stays in the points and has a good haul of points home tonight.
And Nip Stephen now coming under pressure from Unidrank.
I think Nip Stephen ran wide. Because Nip Stephen is just... Like... he's lost a lot of time from Bamboo, and maybe his tires are dead already, I don't know. But something's wrong with his car.
Does he have end plate damage on the left? Well, he's carrying on if he does.
Doesn't look
trying
like
to get back at Wiener's Holding it around the outside is Wiener to stay third. No obvious wing damage for Nip Stevens, so he must have just had a scruffy lap.
Yeah. Again, though, the two Williams are having a good, solid running. Yeah, you said it was either me or you. I think it was you though. Down in or back in Baku, how you were talking about Wiener drank, then he like DNF'd or something.
Yeah.
The commentator curse was real on that one.
Yeah. Lynn now up into 8th place, so he's just got past Fire Up Flow, and he's on the medium tyres. So Lynn having a really strong start to this Grand Prix, this race, the second feature race. And he's going to be on the softs with a light fuel load in the last few laps. We've got a yellow flag, that's 4 going off.
Yep.
Yeah, so Blinn having a great running in this final race.
Yes, absolutely. I was watching Broomhandle and Gotten and Weave down at the back. They were kind of going at it for last place or second to last place for P15. Good battling for those two. Wish they were up a little bit higher though.
And Blinn has overtaken Juan as well, so P7.
Wow.
And he's got some ERS to defend from Juan on this second DRS straight to hold on to that.
I saw Nip Steven and more of El Capitan taking kind of an Indy line through the exit of turn 4. You know, the Indy line that they would take at the second to last turn at Coda. Just going out completely wide, abusing the curves and stuff. Yeah, that's what I saw the captain doing, so I'll have to watch out for that.
Well, you can do that here at the last corner as well, because you can use that sort of AstroTurf on the outside to give you a bit of a wider turn into that corner. I haven't seen many drivers here doing it, but it's possible to do.
Anybody that's watching, make sure you watch Chatty Duck on Thursday. Make sure he doesn't go too wide in the part that he's talking about. If he does, let me know, and I'll report him for abusing the track limits.
It's an esports line, it's not just me.
Right, yeah.
That's my excuse.
You know, if the real F1 drivers do it, you know, we can do it too, right? When they play this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anywho, though, the captain, El Capitan, and Nip Steven still having a really good battle, though. The Ferrari just nails the back of the Mercedes. Kind of reminds me of Baku 2017, I believe it was, Vettel and Hamilton.
Yeah, that was behind the safety car, though.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
Yeah, that was definitely spicy.
That gap to Sir Charles from Bamboo has extended just a little bit. It's not really doing anything. It was at 2 seconds. It's now at 2.1. Mercedes of Nip Steven goes into the pits, which means that we are ready for pit stops. It'll be coming here in the next few laps. People making their tire change.
Yeah, so Nip Steven onto fresh medium tyres. Top 9 still yet to pit, including 7 guys on the soft tyres and some reasonably big gaps. So unfortunately, we'll have to look a bit back for some battling, and Yuppie and Fire Up Flow in 8th and 9th are reasonably close.
Yeah, Fire Flow, and I mean, he's down in P9, so if he wanted to keep Bamboo from winning the championship tonight, I think he's not in the prime position to do that, unfortunately. So as it stands, I think Bamboo, and check the math, Chatty, but I think Bamboo will be the silver class champion tonight.
Yeah, I think I'll get my calculator out when this race is done, just to figure it out quickly.
Yeah. Ooh, and Fire Flow gets a really, really good run on the Yuppie with the help of DRS and probably a little bit of ERS. Beautiful pass. Although will now be in danger of losing that position. Gosh, almost already. He's not even halfway down that what we call the back straight, I guess. The Yuppie retaking that position. Gap at the front from Sir Charles to Bamboo is now at 2.8 seconds, so it looks like Sir Charles has just maintained that gap into P1 and might be taking back-to-back feature race wins tonight, which will be quite the accomplishment as a reserve driver. Wiener Drink and Rockstar, really, really good showing for the Williams team tonight.
What's been interesting in this race compared to the first race is that it's been pretty much a straight-up fight between Sir Charles and Bamboo, whereas in the first race Bamboo got sent to the back quite early on. Mm-hmm. Well, he had the problems in the 5-lapper, and then he started at the back for the 25% race. So this has been more of a straight-up fight, and Sir Charles has managed to pull out a gap, and that's not something that Bamboo will have been used to seeing in this season, except for the early stages when Granty Boy was racing. But ever since he left, no one's really challenged Bamboo all that much. So good to see Sir Charles, even if he is a reserve driver, just good to see him taking the fight to the man who's probably going to leave this race as a double champion.
Crooner. He was going down the inside of Mako into turn 4. Sorry to just cut you off there. Oh gosh, it just barely avoids Fire Flow and Broom Handle.
Safety car.
What?
Oh, and Juan is out of the race.
Juan! This changes everything. Holy moly. Okay, wow. Well, this has completely changed the race.
My goodness. Sorry, Sir Charles has missed the pits.
What?
Well, he's not missed it, but the safety car came out and it was too late for him to pit.
Oh dear.
Safety cars picked him up, and Bamboo and both Williams behind him, and Lynn and the Yuppie, they've all pitted. So this is a nightmare for Sir Charles.
Yeah, because now he's stuck behind the safety car, and Bamboo is now just exiting the pits. So the people who... Wow, that benefited those guys massively. And this is going to hurt Sir Charles like no other. He's going to drop down to, mid-pack? Probably towards the back, even. Oh, man, that's... I knew I shouldn't have said anything about Sir Charles, because I knew I had commentated cursed him.
Yeah, well, we both did it there, didn't we? Because
yeah, we
were both praising him, and here we are, a few moments later.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, that could send him almost to the near the back of the field once we get going again, and he makes his pit stop.
Yeah. He's gonna... Oh, God, he's gonna be coming out around Mako. Right?
I wonder if he's going to pit now, or
I
wait
would.
till the safety car comes in, and maybe try and create a little bit of a gap.
Yeah, but why would you wait, though? Yeah, he is coming in. Okay. Or he could get out around the Yuppie.
Yeah, that's true. He still has a chance to to not lose so many positions while everyone's catching up to the pack. So yeah, I guess this was the best thing for him to do.
That really, really sucks though. He's going to come out behind fire outflow now.
And it's a tight pit lane exit as well at
Right
Brazil.
there he loses it. Yeah. Oh, that's really too bad.
And this will absolutely, I've no doubt that this will give Bamboo the championship now if he wins.
Mm-hmm. Well, that win has been crudely taken away from Sir Charles, for being honest. And just kind of fallen into Bamboo's lap. Look at Wiener Drink and Nip Steven up into P3. Rockstar is going to be going aggressive, try to get a double podium for the Williams team.
So maybe we should do an updated top 3 prediction now, given everything that's gone on. Oh
Okay.
no, we don't have time. Safety car's coming in.
Already? Okay, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I don't know who the top 3 is going to be. I know Bamboo's going to be up there. I know Wiener Drink is very, very quick and very solid, so most likely him. But I guess we'll find out here.
I'm going to go bold and say Blinn Machine is going to win on those softs.
Oh, he's on soft tires. I did not notice that. Thank you for noticing that. But safety car is in, and we are back racing on green. There's 2 wide behind us. I think that was, I don't know, God knows who. Nip Steven going down the inside, though, of Wiener Drink. So that was quick work that Nip Steven made, and looks like Wiener Drink is trying to hold it around the outside. You know, you might be right. Blinn Machine, though, has a ton of pace on those fresh, soft tires.
And Rockstar looked like he was going defensive and then outbroke himself and almost gave Blinn a chance to sneak by, but he's held it. And he's sort of defending thin air at the moment. Blinn isn't that close. You don't need to do that, Rockstar.
No. Yeah, you start making those kind of moves, those defensive moves, you just start bleeding time and you get a poor exit, and that just kind of backs you up more into your rival. Huge battling, though, down in towards the back of the field with Kruner. Kruner and Mako. Mako just said is very racy. He's definitely proving that tonight. He is extremely racy. About to make this 3 wide, going down the front straight. It does make it 3 wide. And luckily everybody's still alive back here. Mako does a great over-under and gets past the Haas of the Yuppie. Really, really good driving from... Oh, looks like the Yuppie's out. What happened?
Oh, I missed that one. I'm looking at Lynn and Rockstar.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I hope there's not another safety car, but the Yuppie, it seemed to get maybe some extra contact from Mako, or maybe just some oversteer from the exit, and seems to have hit the wall and DNF'd. So far still green flag racing, though. Which is strange. We have a car at DNF, but no VSC or no safety car.
I guess because it was at sort of the opposite end of the track to where everyone was, so the game had time to get rid of it.
Yeah, to come by and pick up the car, remove the car. Broomhandle taking very experimental lines tonight. I've seen his car halfway on the grass more than once.
Unidrank is putting pressure on Nip Steven for second. Nip Steven with a big lockup into turn 1. But now that DRS has been enabled, surely this is going to be Unidrank moving up into second place, although Nip Steven looks to have used a bit more of his overtake to hold on to that for now.
Moves over quite aggressively, too, back to the racing line.
And Lynn is closing in slowly but surely on these two. So Blinn going for the last to first challenge in a league race, which is great to see.
Absolutely. We might see more of that. These final 3 races of Bamboo. We'll do that. We'll see. We could ask him, actually, after this race.
Yeah, I think he should do it.
Yeah, why not, you know? So again, as we're seeing from the first race, we're seeing just really close battling in the midfield and towards the back as well. Broomhandle and Mako going at it once again. Those two are just glued to each other tonight. And
Arena
looks
Drag's
like
got through as well, up to second.
Sir Charles in front of Fire Up Flows too. So Sir Charles back up to P7. Yeah, this track is great for battling. Just seeing everything tonight makes me excited for Thursday for us.
Yeah, it's kind of makes it possible to have a lot of back and forth with those DRS straights being right next to each other. Sort of like Abu Dhabi as well, where it has the two DRS straights really close to each other, so one driver can overtake and then the other guy can get him back almost straight away.
Yeah. Blue Machine might be using some of his tires up. He's seeming to fall back just a little bit into Rockstar, and his challenge onto Nip Steven has kind of faded a little bit. Just
got a bit of a run here though.
Yeah, he does. Chooses the outside. It's going to be difficult to pull off if he can. Nip Steven's going to shut the door on the outside and says, nope, you're not coming through here. Blue Machine, though, will have another chance down into turn 4 with DRS, and he's already on his overtake button. 42%, well, that's a lot. He's definitely has a lot in reserve.
Here he goes.
Nice.
Yeah, that was... Steven goes really wide on the exit.
That's the IndyCar line.
Yep. Well, that was smart from Blin. He saved his ERS on that first straight, while Nip Steven pretty much used all of his up, and then once they got to the second DRS straight, it was easy for Blin to get alongside and make the move.
Yeah, good driving from the pair of them, though.
Now
So
Nip Steven has got mirrors full of Rockstar and Capitan and even Sir Charles on the back of this train.
I was going to say that it seems like the closer to the end of both races, the guys with slightly higher tire life, they just die off completely the last 2 laps of the race. Because Nip Steven has 9-lap-old medium tires, and he's just getting eaten alive by those behind him. And Nip Steven, as we know, is a very, very competitive, fast driver.
Sir Charles just went for a bit of a dive on Capitan. Lucky to survive that, and now he's going to go for it into here, and wow, that was close.
Capitan just closed the door. I mean, Sir Charles really kind of stuck his nose in there, but still. A great battle between Fire Up Flow and Broomhandle, by the way.
Yeah.
Kerner was involved in it, but has kind of escaped a little bit for the time being. And the DRS train engages once again, starting with, there's that Nip Steven, yeah.
And his red light flashing on the back of the car to mean that he's low on ERS, and Rockstar has got him into turn 1. Nip Steven will try and come right back, but he's quite low on ERS, as I said, so don't know that he's going to get close enough.
Oh, look, Sir Charles going around the outside of Capitan. I have a great view of that. Sir Charles kind of gets pushed off a little bit, but sits back behind Capitan once again. Oh, we're on the final lap.
I was just thinking that as well. How have we got... That's... Wow, where is it? Where's the time gone?
It's been good racing. That's what's been happening. You know, time flies when there's been amazing racing. Oh, and Sir Charles sends it down the inside of Capitan and gets up to P6, and the Ferrari's going to try to hold it down the inside, and can't manage it, but he might get DRS and might try a last lap gas to the line, depending on his exit. Does not get a good exit, though, the Ferrari driver. Oh, and then Bamboo about to cross the line, and he does cross the line in P1. Fancy that. Right in time, too. Winner Drink in P2. Bloom Machine P3, so Bloom Machine does get on the podium. Fantastic. Rockstar P4. Nip Stevens, Sir Charles. And Capitan gets Broom Handle. What happened? Why is... Never mind. Broom Handle, then Fire Flow, then Crooner. Mako just misses out on points, and then Nico John and Got New Weeb. That was pretty exciting from the safety car onwards. Nice job, guys. Nice job.
Yep. And I think we had a completely different podium for both races. I think first race it was Sir Charles, yes. Crooner and Crooner and Broom Handle, and then for the second race, Bamboo, Rena Drank, and your driver of the day, Bloom Machine.
So how do you want to do interviews? Do we want to get Sir Charles in as well, since he won the first one?
Well, if we want to do...
Well, I mean,
if we want to do the top 3 drivers for both, we could... Yeah, why not? Let's get them all in.
Why not, yeah. I mean, no podium is more important than the other, because they're both 25% races, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
So let's get all 6 drivers in. Let's do one question each, since we do have 6 of them. And I'll make sure to get all the results. Otherwise, Jones gets mad at me.
Okay, so let's...
You know who it was from the first race, right?
Yeah, it was Charles... Yeah, it was Charles, Crooner and Broom Handle, I'm fairly sure. I'm just inviting in no particular order, just to
yeah, you're good.
Get it done quicker.
Oh man,
Crooner. Why is Crooner's name not coming up? Crooner. Ah, there we go. Okay, we're halfway there.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Alright, let me go to the showroom.
Oh yeah, gotta get that bit right.
Oh, I know, I always mess it up. I can't ever get the right car in there.
Oh, Blinn, of course. Blinn.
Oh yeah, Blinn finished P3. Alright, drivers are coming into the commentator's booth. It's going to be a little tight tonight because we have 6 drivers here rather than the typical 3. But we'll make room. We'll have some
don't
drivers
worry, guys.
stand
We
outside.
are,
we'll have to social
socially
distance.
distanced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some drivers stand outside the box. Some drivers stand outside on the track. We'll yell at you and we'll figure it out.
Why is Blinn's name not coming up? Oh, there we go. Okay, so I've got 5 of... Oh, Broom Handle. Broom Handle was the
Sir
last.
Charles has just joined.
Yeah.
You're in charge of interviews, by the way, so good luck.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Hey, I got to do the showroom. I got to get the right cars on the screen. You know, that's already enough for me.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've got all the invites are out, and we've got 5 of the 6. Broom Handle will probably join us shortly.
Cool.
So let's go. Let's just go with Sir Charles. Go from the top. The winner of race 1, probably the man who should have won race 2 if it wasn't for that Unfortunate safety car near the end, but still a great night's work from you tonight in those feature races and the one shot and the five lappers. Everything that we had going on tonight, you were pretty much a mainstay at the front. Um, how did you get on out there?
Yeah, I mean everything was just going my way. This is, I was just thinking, maybe this is how Taz feels. I don't know. This is my favorite track. It's usually my best track, and I was thinking this track owed me one, but I guess I was wrong. I mean, should have should have seen it coming. I mean, this is what always happens. Everything's. I can never have too much of a good thing. When everything is going right, everything comes crashing down. I don't know. It's the first time in really any league race I've ever been in where no one had anything on me, and it still managed to blow up in my face, and nothing I did either. So, well, I mean, I guess I could have. I broke my front ring, doing something stupid. After the safety car, so I guess I still maybe could have managed a podium, at least a fourth, but I don't know what to say. It sucks. I mean, it should have been max points, max everything. So I don't know.
Yeah, but you still, you got the win in the first race and had a dominant display there, and we could tell from, the second race as well. You were holding off Bamboo in a straight up fight as well, so we could see that you were clearly the quickest driver out there tonight, and unfortunately what happened with the safety car in the end is just one of those things. Happens sometimes, but I think you can still hold your head up high after tonight, because it was certainly nothing you did wrong in the races.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, congrats. I thought it was a really good showing, Sir Charles, and do appreciate you reserving, for quite a few races this season, and hope to see you again for the final three remaining for the North American stint. But yeah, congrats on that first win, man, for the first 25%er.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so the man who finished second in that first race was Broomhandle, who, professional and myself, we were talking about how impressive he's been in his first season in TCR, and another strong showing in that first race, and not quite as good in the second race, but still a decent haul of points for you, Broom. So yeah, I mean, how did you find it? How did you find this format as well with the 25% races?
Thanks for having me on, guys. Yeah, really happy with the result today. In the first 25% race, I really felt confident going into that. Really was just having a great time out there. Same with the 5-lap race, too. I know it wasn't the full 25%, but yeah, that first stint of races was really fun, just battling away for those podium positions. So yeah, I was really happy with that. And then in the second round as well, the 5-lap race was one of the best battles I've ever had. Consistent, I think it was like 2 laps of full side-by-side action, which I was really happy with. Especially the drivers alongside me. Big credit to those guys. They did an absolutely incredible job to just keep it going side by side. It was really nervous at times. But yeah, all in all, really good race.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was a really great battle to watch, that you mentioned there. W7, anything for Broom?
Not really. I just wanted to say, hey, dude, fantastic battling through the first feature race. I think we covered you quite a bit, and even a little bit in the second one too, with really good battling and just driving tonight. Did see you kind of on the grass quite a few times, like you kind of get pushed off a little bit, and half your car's on the grass. But what can you do when the track's pretty narrow for Interlagos and all that? But yeah, good entertainment tonight. So thank you for providing some good battling and some good racing.
Thanks so much. Yeah, it was
Yes,
a very fun race.
All right, thanks, Broomhandle. And quickly moving along, we've got 6 drivers to get through here. Next up is Crooner, the Renault driver who finished third in the first feature race after qualifying second. And Crooner, I don't know if you know the expression about buses, but you wait ages for one and then two come along at once, and that's kind of been how it's been for you with the podiums, because you got your first at Russia, and then you picked up your second in the first of these two feature races tonight. So congratulations on that. And do you think this is the new standard for you now? Will we be seeing you up on the podium all the time?
Thanks for what you say. I'm happy with this P3, but I was expected so much more. But third try was so fast, especially on the beginning of the straight lines, and I can't catch him. So I'm still in the fight with Brumendel, Fire Up, and Gotani, the boss AlphaTauri driver, and that will be tough all of the end of the season.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great battle in the sort of second to fifth or sixth in the driver's standing. There's some good battling going on there. 007, anything?
Yeah, congrats, Gruner. Second time on the podium, and it's back-to-back races. So hopefully we see hopefully this is like a trend to continue, and good racing tonight, good battling, and honestly, just from everybody. So. Yeah,
Thanks,
congrats
mate.
on the
Thanks, mate.
congrats on the podium, and hope to see you on at least one more time the rest of the season.
I hope I will do more and more podiums on TCR.
And hey, get that first win, right?
Yeah. That's my goal.
Yeah, don't be who's the driver with the longest streak without winning a race? We have to find that driver. It's who was it?
Oh,
Okay.
Was it Kimi?
Kimi Räikkönen?
It was Kimi,
no,
yeah.
what? No,
Yeah, because he
I don't
was
think
the
it
longest
was.
driver between wins. I think,
Okay. Everybody,
between wins.
calm down. My first surname was Nico Hülkenberg. Now everybody call me Carlos Sainz because I make the first podium so late in the season.
You're gonna be all the drivers,
What will be my third surname?
We have to look it up. We'll message you tonight.
Yeah. Carlos is a pretty cool name. I wouldn't mind people calling me Carlos.
I prefer Carlos.
Carlos, it is.
Yeah. So yeah, well done, Kruna, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you again really soon.
Thanks.
Yep.
But now we'll move on to the podium drivers from the second race and your teammate, Kruna, Bamboo. And Bamboo, we're fairly sure that you have now wrapped up the drivers' championship. Like, it's a mathematical certainty now that no one can catch you. So congratulations on that. You were maybe a little bit lucky in the second race to get the win after what happened with the safety car.
Yeah.
But yeah, a bit of an up and down evening for you as well, I guess, because you had that incident in the first 5-lapper, I believe, with a Ferrari. Can you maybe talk us through what happened there, and then just about your summary of the two races?
So what I can tell you, so first one, I don't know, like bad luck for me and surviving for the first race. So honestly, I don't know what happening in the first turn. So I think so it's just racing accident. And for the second one, so jackpot for me, the lucky one. So so it's good. So now, so I got some good battling. The first one, it's fun too. Just I did a stupid mistake when I broke my front wing, but but the second one, it's just lucky one. I got a lot of luck on the second one. So, good one. Nice race.
Yeah, absolutely. Great race. I do have one very, very important question for you, Bamboo. And I think other drivers will be interested in your response. So now that we are pretty sure mathematically you are the Season 11 Silver Class champion, for the final 3 rounds, would you be willing to start from the back and do like a last to first challenge and give yourself something to,
Yes,
something different?
no problem. Yeah.
Well, drivers, there you have it.
Well.
All the Silver Class drivers, there you have it. So, Bamboo starting from the back. You heard it here first.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Bamboo's like, I got this, rubbing his hands together, licking his lips.
Oh, yeah, he wanna be fun. It's tough sometimes in the
Yeah.
field, but okay, no
It's fun,
problem.
right? There
You
you go.
wanna give some show, so okay, no problem. It work.
All right, I'm looking forward to this. It'll be exciting. Well, there you have it. Anyway, yeah, congrats though on tonight. Good win on the second race, and I'm looking forward to seeing you come from the back on the final 3 rounds.
Canada, you wanna be tough.
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, that's our next one, I think, right?
Yeah, next one, Canada, you
Yeah.
wanna be tough.
Good luck.
But okay, no problem.
He's
I
just
wanna
gonna
try.
he's just gonna straight line the chicane, guys.
Shit.
Okay, we see.
All right, back to you, Chatty.
Yeah, there you go. TCR exclusive for Silver Class for the next 3 races. That would be something to look forward to for those races, seeing Bamboo come from the back. But yep, congratulations on that win and on the championship that we're fairly certain you've wrapped up now. So yeah, excellent.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And next up we have Wiener Drank, Williams driver who finished second in the second race and had a pretty good battle there with Nip Steven, I think it was,
Yes.
after the safety car, I believe. So how did you find that, and how did you find this evening and the races as a whole?
Oh, I had a good time, but I came into this night gunning for a podium, hopefully at least one race. But after that first race incident in lap one, kind of, brought my hopes down because I just couldn't find the pace in that race. And then in the second race, I gained my confidence after the passing Nip Stevens, and then passing him again. It kind of brought confidence, and then got a little, it brought the confidence to keep Blend Machine behind me, to keep that second place. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah, congrats on P2, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, no, good to see you up there again. And as you said before, very, very strong driver, good battler, and good racer. What was the, I guess, most challenging part of the second race? Trying to get on the podium. Was it the safety car that kind of interrupted stuff, or did it help you?
It was more of after the safety car, when I saw that Lynn had the softs on and got passed through my teammate and Nip Stevens, and that kind of got me a little worried because I didn't know what his pace is like on soft tires. So that kind of
Made you a
made me
little
push
nervous.
a little bit harder.
Yeah. No, you did really, really well though to keep that and keep the car on the track and all. So
I do have something to say.
yeah.
This that second race was the first time that my teammate and I both got points in a single race. So
Wait, really?
yeah, it's either I crash out or he crashes out or just
Or something
doesn't.
happens.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, because it was you who I think you crashed out in Baku, right? Because
yeah, I crashed out in Baku.
Chatty Duck had a commentator cursed you. Um,
Yeah,
we
my
won't
bad.
we won't remind anybody of that though. Um, no, but
Yeah,
that's interesting. I didn't really realize that.
yeah, it's
Huh.
it's a nice
Congrats.
feeling both getting points in a race.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, congrats, and
Yeah,
hope
thank you.
hope we have some good races the final 3 of the season.
Yeah, I hope so too. After hearing that Bamboo is going to be starting from the back,
Hey, there you go.
kind of gets my hopes up for more podiums.
There you go. There you go. All right, man. Congrats.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, awesome. And last but not least, Blin Machine, who picked up a third place finish in the second feature race. It's coming from the back of the grid as well. So that was a really excellent result for you there, Blin. And you'd had some pretty rotten luck actually for the 2 races before that, the 5-lap heat and then the 25%, or the first one, I think. You
Chatty? Blinn, you there?
Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah, you're there.
All
now.
right, sorry, my controller died on me. Good timing. Um,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, Lynn, talk us through the race.
That is weird. Well, you are Canadian, so you know, no surprise that is your one of your favorite tracks and a good track for you. We do hope you do well there next week. Yeah, congrats on the podium. You know, maybe start from the back with Bamboo, the final 3 races, and end up on the podium. So there it is. You know. There you go. Yep, no problem. All right. Well, I think that concludes our interviews for tonight. So it's been quite a ride tonight with our feature races, our one-shot qualifyings, our 5-lap sprints, and just a lot of action throughout. It was great to commentate on with you, Chatty, and give us a lot of insight for Thursday whenever we get in the car and we have our chance for the TCR Grand Prix, the 4th iteration of that. Anything else, Chatty? I think that was pretty much it. I think.
No, I think that's everything. But yeah, it's been good tonight to try out this new format for Silver Class. It definitely gave us some great action at times, and you know, quite interesting with what happened there with the safety car, where it really mixed things up in the second race.
Really messed things up too for Sir Charles. Gosh, I still feel bad for him.
Yeah, and I think you could kind of hear it in his voice as well. He really was disappointed to have that happen, which is understandable. Like you felt like he was well and truly on his way to winning that race. So yeah, hard luck for him. But I think as an event for Silver Class, this has been really good, and I look forward to doing something like this again.
Absolutely, me too, me as well. But with that, it's been a good one tonight. We will see you back tomorrow for Golden Class, same format.
Bye, guys.
See you, Crooner. Good job tonight.
Good IG for Bamboo.
Yes, congrats.
Yeah.
I don't know if
That's the best IG you could have. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye. See you
Cheers.
later. But for tomorrow, Golden Class, same format, same time, same place. And then Thursday with our Platinum Class, and that is the TCR Grand Prix. Different format with 3 qualifying sessions with the race on each one, determining the grid for the 50% race. Points in all 3 qualifying sessions, sure to be quite the spectacle. And then next week we will continue and resume battle with all of the drivers for the final 3 rounds. Canada, United States, and Mexico for the finale of Season 11. And then we're off to Season 12 with a new game on F1 2021. Hopefully it's going to be a good one, and yeah, come and join and come and race with us, and we'll have a good time. So with that, we'll see you next time. It's been good, and have a good one. Good night.